Who else is here? I can't see.
We have Alyssa. It's just the
Nazim, the cunt of Whiterun.
Nazim, the fucking Jarl of Whiterun.
Yes.
A new cunt touches the cock.
Just so you guys know, we are recording the sessions. I am not live streaming them. They are being recorded.
Okay, good.
I genuinely had gone back and forth all week on whether or not I wanted to live stream these.
Yeah,
and then I thought for a second, and I'm like,
That's not.
It'll take 10 seconds for me, Fox, or Soft to say something racist and or a slur.
Like, it didn't even take, 5 seconds for me and Fox being in the same place.
Or something, or how...
It's also good to have as background reference so the DM doesn't think we're trying to do a fast one and he goes back and go, did they do that? Did they do that?
Yeah. I'm probably going to end up setting up a new YouTube channel as well just to post them there so that way we have them.
Please call it Poggers My Doggers of Isolari.
If you can, have you by chance seen the Blue Sky messages?
Oh, shit, I forgot to send some of them. I've sent, some of them to him, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean.
Brendan, if you wouldn't mind,
he does.
Giving him a read and then seeing if you can decode stuff. I will give you all a few moments to kind of talk about stuff.
Damn well I am not decoding shit.
No.
And you know my autism prevents me.
So, starting out...
That just got... why is it after I said that, it got dead quiet for 30 seconds?
Because it's true.
Nice, I approve.
Hey, Dakota, I hate to tell you, but I've got pneumonia. I can't do the session.
Hey, sir, I appreciate that you're mortal. However, I'm not.
Don't look away from me.
Don't look me in the eyes, mortal.
I'm going to...
in the eyes. Let me suck them dozies.
Maintain eye contact with me.
It's only rape if I don't like it.
Maintain it.
It's only gay if you moan.
Are you at least taking your socks off this time?
No.
Socks are not...
The sock stays on the cock.
Not only are socks staying on your feet, but you have to have socks on your hands, too.
Sock puppet.
Exactly. If you're going to puppet someone else with your dick, the least you can do is puppet some socks.
Who am I?
Who else is willing to steal fish and crab? Me, motherfucker. That's who.
You could be an immortal, but you can only you become a crab and answer things vaguely.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Would you perchancebly steal a crab?
Don't ever say the word perchancebly ever again. Thank you.
Perchancebly? What is that?
It's not even a word.
Perchancebly is like when someone's trying to play
Scrabble. No, technically it's not.
Letters.
It's technically it's a neologism.
It's got two suffixes in it. No.
It is.
It works.
I study your language. If I'm saying it's a word, it's a word.
That's not how that works.
I disagree. It's not our language.
It's not even our language.
Oh, my hip.
My language is German. Your
language is whatever language you can speak, which you can speak two.
I think you can speak more.
You can
technically free and about to learn a fourth one.
At least, just don't learn French.
No, I have
baguette, surrender.
I have the choice between Russian, Arabic, Latin, and fucking Estonian.
Latin or Estonian? Kind of poggers my doggers.
Latin or Estonian?
Estonian is with no doubt the worst option I could take, even worse than Arabic.
Second is French.
But then you can
Brandon, you don't understand.
Flag.
You don't understand. Estonian is fucked up Finnish.
I know it is.
I know it is. This is why we're all bad people.
Learn Russian, that way you can get a gay refugee Russian boy.
Ooh.
One scares Russian boy. Don't enter the weeds cave.
No, I don't have to translate all the TikTok comments anymore.
I like how in Discord for me, Dakota is his cam is paused over when he had his hand about to stroke his chin, like he's doing the thinker or something, And then Brendan is like jaw slacked, looking at the computer like a fucking degen. It's like the two ends of the human spectrum.
First off, the fuck you mean like a human degen? I am a human degen.
Here, it's just
I play
I'm
Balatro. I have 200 at least 200 hours in that fucking game right now.
I've gold 5 decks.
I hate you.
If it makes you
I haven't
feel
even
any
hit
worse,
orange.
Brendan,
Oh my god.
Brendan,
My,
if it
my
makes
poor
you feel
boy.
any worse, Markiplier played it for a week and he finished it.
You don't finish Balatro.
No,
He's
yeah,
collecting-
you
Balatro finishes you.
You don't finish
everything.
No, but there's a YouTuber I watched that legitimately is just like he already has gold everything. He's completed the game.
Hold on, wait, is it
he
Roffley?
I think so. Where he plays modded versions and just tries to get high runs. Like he has no reason to play that game anymore. He still does though.
Bricky's trying to get completionist plus on it.
I saw that video. I haven't watched it yet.
So
Dakota, I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't got no fucking clue.
anything anybody would like to talk
Fuck
about
no.
for this, or
I think
I think a lot of these citizens in this city are a bunch of bitches, but you know that's beside the point.
it's a false Hydra.
Dragon Turtle.
Shut up.
False Hydra and Sessions 1. Let's fucking
Dragon
go.
Turtle.
Watch.
That's
Watch.
why we
We.
forgot what the other characters were.
Hmm?
So we
No,
forgot the
Brendan.
Yeah.
characters from
Hmm.
Session
It's where
Zero.
we all get killed by a false Hydra, and the entire campaign is us fighting through its different dimension, aka its stomach, to get out, and then we start the new campaign at 10 levels plus.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
What level
Oh,
of DMing are you on? Irony. That's what level
Dude,
I'm on.
I'm on irony and some
Alright.
crack.
So
I'm gonna mute because I have food, but I'm listening.
Munch.
last time we played, there was a bit of a Session 0. However, due to characters being reworked, entirely different characters being used, and many other factors, Session 0 is not going to be necessarily fully canon. You guys have met, but in passing. You guys have met in Archway City. You guys have effectively
If we
not
don't know of each
gotten-
other directly, we know of each other.
Yeah. You've not gotten necessarily names down of one another. You have seen a fair bit of each other at the Rock Bottom Shanty. And it has become a staple hub of hearing things, catching small stories that have been passed. There's talks of parts of bridges falling, different sections of the archway.
It's
beginning to-
Mothman.
Motherfucker, I am talking. We wait until the DM's done speaking.
I don't.
I will throw an egg roll at you.
I'll eat it.
But this is a... Why does it say Dakota laden what? Why was that Dakota laden Mothman what? Somebody else seen what that
No.
that whole...
I didn't.
Wait, what? What are we looking at?
Oh, post it again real fast. Post that one again.
Okay.
Because it like be on another chat and then watch for the pop-up to come up. Read what it says.
Whoa.
Yeah. Destination Fear. What the fuck?
It's a little weird.
Anyway. There's been talks of different sections of the archway itself beginning to give. People have been falling down towards the ocean. Luckily, not many have gotten hurt. Though some that have are in positions of paralysis, of broken limbs, and one lost his life. it is becoming apparent to all of you that not much is being done about these things. And to make it worse, there have been, within the past week or so, less than perfect stories. You hear tales from drunkards, or you can hear stories of fishermen who are known for giving a good big fish tale. About creatures coming up from the deep, snagging fishermen and supplies. But interestingly, you've noticed, though this particular city gets support from Gosberg, from the mainland, they've done nothing. They don't seem to have increased any security. They have not increased any of these ships that have come up. We'll start here in the Rock Bottom Shanty. Say, Reed, you've been kind of going through, shucking crab, setting up supplies for food and ale to be distributed for later in the day. It's currently morning, not quite noon yet. It's a bit cool. You're not quite out of winter solstice. It's more pushing towards spring, but still rather frosted mornings. You've been towing away for a while as a paper gets shacked onto a bulletin board just outside of the kitchen area. You see more information about a individual who didn't make it after falling from a broken bridge. This particular one, a younger individual, roughly in early 20s, seemed to have landed almost perfectly in between a boat and another dock. Luckily, this didn't cause this individual to break any bones but near missing, almost completely getting their skeleton destroyed.
I'm guessing I'm not alone where I am right now.
There
with like co-workers, colleagues.
There is currently a few patrons getting breakfast. The owner of the shop is currently going through and cleaning dishes, making sure everything's ready for later patrons.
I will wipe a little bit of sweat from my forehead. Ah, jeez. These bridges take on breaking this much more, then I fear worse will happen.
Luckily, it's not on our shop. From what I get, the mainland's having us fill out reports if it's too close to our own shops. As if it was on our property.
As if they would care.
Not terribly long passes. Yishiyama, you are currently reading a bit of a newsletter on some of the attacks that have been going on. And from what you can read on this letter, they're claiming that all of these attacks are pirates. That there has to be someone in one of the offset islands near Archway City who's going through and just taking over some of the supplies. But you have had a few in-person encounters with less than sober men who have been coated in slime and seem to be just ranting about strange creatures. You walk into the rock bottom shanty, find yourself close to the bar where you've come a few times before. You see the owner of this bar still cleaning off some of the dishes and setting up glasses for any drinks that one may order.
How busy is the place, like, in general?
Not very. It's still on the lower end of the Archway. You are still, of the 4 tiers of the Archway, you are still in the first tier. It's still the lowest point that you can be.
During high tide, is this area wet?
Yeah, it can be very wet.
Good.
I'm just gonna start reading the letter again. I'm gonna light a cigarette and
Just relax for a bit.
just read again because something's not looking right to me.
Alright. As Nishiyama, you begin to relax, you hear a rather strange clanking sound. You've kind of grown familiar to it, but it's 2 individuals, well, 3 really. A dwarf, a auto gnome, and a small ram that's been following behind them. As they enter, they seem to be less interested in what's going on and focusing on talking rather loudly about repairs. About
There are over 374 different ways I could have fixed that bridge, and they said no.
oh, it's people. People don't listen. They never listen.
Humans don't listen.
True.
So actually,
Ibrahim's gonna stop and look around, trying to identify where the voice came from, and gonna look at him and go, "Oh, hello." And he's gonna be like almost deadpanned, like nervousness. It's like awkward nervousness of someone who obviously didn't realize that someone was there, and he just goes, "So, yeah," and just can keep walking, and just goes, "I told them to not use the specific mix that they're using. It would fall apart within 3 years. I didn't, however, know that they would be so cheap. I mean, I get it, human wants to save money, but you can't save a lot of money when you're falling off a fucking bridge."
Well, I think it's also, we're over salt water. Wood and rope doesn't exactly do the
True.
best if it's not taken care of.
Salt corrosion is a reason why I told them to use black cobblestone. Deep in mountains, it is very good for that, but the shipping manifest would never go through. And he's just gonna like hit his head on like a counter, just because on how annoyed he is. It's like,
The 2 of them seem to go back and forth. A newer individual to you all enters. A rather tall figure in a cloak seems to walk in first. followed by a much smaller woman. Estelle, you've been also hearing different things that's been going on, these bridges collapsing, these pirate attacks, and there's an itch. I want to figure out what's going on. And as you walk in, you see there seems to be already a few patrons stepping in. You find a nice, quiet spot where you can sit down, study over some papers.
If you're gonna sit over there, one of the chairs is looks rather unsteady. And he just looks back down at his paper.
And he doesn't really like to sit. And Bestelle kind of sits in the more stable chair while her friend kind of just stands facing away from her, watching the crowd.
All right. As you all are beginning to talk about your different things, read over your papers, there's a kind of lull in the time. It doesn't seem like anything's happening for a while.
Does anyone have ink, quill, or papers that they won't need?
I might have some extra supplies. She
Oh, could I
goes in front
please
of her
use
friend,
it?
pulls the cloak away, and her hands kind of like disappear into the mass as she pulls out like a small binding of papers and scrolls, some ink and stuff.
Okay, can I give you an idea of exactly what he does?
And
Oh.
I'm the
Oh!
So,
Domo
as you put your
arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
As he
Didn't know he was playing the tanker.
his hand goes in the air,
Sam, the camera was not functioning, so when you came up, it had the best face, and it had just stuck on your face. It was fantastic.
Oh, you guys not see what the face
Yeah.
All it was just you sitting there like,
It was all
I had this on mine.
oh my
I don't
god!
think it's
I don't think it's happening right now, so
Oh my god.
Okay.
I was
Hold
not.
on.
I was not prepared for that. That was
Okay,
fantastic.
was clear.
oh my god.
Oh,
Hey.
Alright.
I was just saying yeah because it's like Mr. Roboto is back, and then I see
That face while Fox played the fucking like Yoda scream was also pretty good.
oh,
So he's just gonna do that, and he's not
I
gonna
wasn't
be.
playing a Yoda sound, I was coughing.
Oh no! Whoever clicked the fucking
It was
thing.
Alyssa.
Okay.
Might have been Alyssa then.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Alyssa. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
It was so worth it though.
But she kind of goes over to where you're sitting to hand you the papers, and you hear, like every other step, a much heavier sounding clank of a step. When she hands you the papers, you see more of a metallic like glint from her hand. It's like, oh, here you go. I have a few extra things.
Metallic.
He slowly holds her like the hand. Is it a he or she?
It's a bitch.
No.
It's a bitch. Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna slowly, like, papers and quill completely forgotten as he gently holds her hand and looks at the machinery like a kid in a candy store. He slowly turns over her hand to look at it and goes, "This is you're beautiful."
Thank you. As she's talking, you just see it. You do not hear him. The cloaked figure just leering behind her, staring at you.
He doesn't notice at all. Like, at all. Even if he had the chance to, he is marveling at the beauteous machinery that is in front of him, and just goes, "Wow, this is so good! Oh, that's impressive."
Thank you. She kind of like gently wiggles her hand out of yours.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry. I just am passionate for my work, and I don't really understand. Boo. There's a B word. I don't. They said I didn't have it.
Boundaries.
That one. Thank you. I just read something is really interesting. I have to see it. So thank you very much for humoring me. Now, I'm going to try and write up a blueprint for that fucking bridge because they can't tell me not to fix it. They just won't use it.
Don't get us in trouble, please.
I can fix the bridge. They're just
We don't
cheap.
have the gold to.
I don't need to be paid for the answers. I just need to have
No,
them.
but if we get in trouble, we have to pay them.
That
Organic
doesn't make
materials
sense.
When they built this.
It's
What?
a fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a long drag from the cigarette that's basically like down to the butt. He's gonna. Excuse me, barkeep. Have you guys had any problems with pirates or? I'm not
Technically,
sure.
there
Well,
was about
criminal
32.5% chance
If
it
you're
is
going to
pirates.
ask about it, no. And if you ask any official,
I need the unofficial answer. I don't really care so much about whether
what
or
I
not.
can say is there have been some people coming in with a bit of weird looks, if that makes any sense.
Ibram's gonna raise his hand. He's gonna raise his hand like he's in school. He's gonna raise his hand.
Just going to blatantly ignore him.
He's just the
Sketchy.
more you ignore him, the more he's going to like wiggle his hand to try and get called. Like he's like this isn't gonna stop.
This
Like holding
the
up your upper arm with the other hand, just like
you talking the sketchy
Yeah,
kind,
exactly.
or are you talking the from out of town, not sure what they're doing here? Kind.
Like that one, and he points to the
Like-
shadow person that he's only now realizing is there.
Not that one. Ishiyama
Like
is saying without
somebody-
even turning around and knowing what you're like probably pointing at.
Like somebody's seen death froze over.
Like that points at the shadow person.
Mm,
Then I highly doubt whatever you're dealing with is pirates.
that's what I was saying too, but
Unless it was
if
ice
anybody's
pirates.
gonna listen to me. Hey Reed, how's those crabs coming along?
Reed is just like arms crossed, leaning against the door counter next to the bar, just watching all these people with like the dumbest smile on his face. The crabs.
So did you say
Uh
crab?
oh. Uh oh. And then he like turns around and goes back into the kitchen.
Shut up. Jesus Christ.
That was good, and you have to admit that.
I gotta keep up on that kid, or else he's not gonna get any work done. But no, from what I understand, they've been coming up. Quiet people, mostly fishers. And he pulls out a rag covered in some kind of weird mucus. I've had to
Ibrahim's
clean
gonna.
up after him all the damn time. Pirates don't
definitely-
leave this shit.
No.
Fish don't leave this shit.
That's definitely not a pirate.
So, Ibrahim is how he's set up is like he has his ram, which has like bags on either side to help carry shit.
Is
But
it
he also
1500
has
or 2500 HD.
yeah, dude.
Fuck
I think
you.
2500 would do. But he also has like a lot of like picture the cargo shorts of dwarves, and this is him. Like he has pockets and like everywhere, and like vials and shit like that. Ibrahim walks over with one of these vials and just goes and slowly, awkwardly pushes it forward towards the goo. It's like, can I get a sample, please?
Pinches a little bit. It's very thick, clear goo.
Interesting. Not
it
mucus. Maybe mucus.
It does have a bit of a green tinge to it.
either symbolizing an incomplete diet or not full digestion, almost like slimes? No, not slimes. Too viscous. No, just sweet.
Whatever it is, it does not come from a humanoid creature. That much.
Well, of course! Whoever had one of these is, like, sick.
Yes,
Or-
my point being that there is no pirates. There is no humanoid threat. Whatever this thing is, it's causing either the bridges to collapse or
Stealing bridge material.
I don't think necessarily those are linked. Those may be two.
Maybe it is a pirate. It's stealing
However,
bridge
it's
material.
possible, but quite frankly, let's keep options open on that front, because if you're dealing with something that's weird and leaving a weird slime thing around, I quite frankly wouldn't trust anything to be out of the ordinary.
Have you tried mixing this with other fluids or seeing the reactions?
100 doesn't.
This is
Buddy, I'm a
that
barkeep.
sentence right there is what's going to cause me to light yet another cigarette.
Buddy, I'm a barkeep.
You also have a bunch of drunken people that probably have gunpowder.
Yep.
Question.
My guess is the
So
slime
why-
isn't going to do anything with gunpowder.
So why would he, as the barkeep, and thus the protector of this establishment, give a potentially, not saying it is, but a potentially flammable substance to drunken men and women with gunpowder?
I never said he could give it to them. I said he had people to get the resource. Oh, wait, no, I didn't say that part. I
No,
meant
you
to leave
didn't
out
say
that
that
part.
part.
He could get the materials from his. He looks around the room and says, "Customers," and
I was trying to.
experiment. But then again, yes, you're right. You are a barkeep. I, however, am not. He's going to pull out a bullet and start taking it apart so he
now,
can get to the
hold on.
gunpowder.
Hold on.
Hold on.
No,
The little lady over there is asking a question.
I'm sorry. I'm
quite
just,
frankly,
give me
I
a
don't
second.
want you to, have a bullet anywhere near me.
What you asking?
Is the smell I smell the rack with the goop?
Yeah. Yeah, it's had a bit of a
Death?
not death. It's like
Necrosis?
dead fish. Fish do tend to make oils and thick slime.
Ooh. So taking into account we don't think it's
Reed.
pirates.
Reed,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
give me a nature check really fast.
Okay.
I've realized that I have a cigar that's been sitting in my humidor for I don't know how long, but it has no wrapper on it. And it's been...
Nature.
Wait, no, it does have a wrapper on it.
I will
No,
say-
good.
I will say, you only needed a 10 to at least recognize this. Fish make certain slimes.
Yeah, I can do that.
The slime and the amount that has been, like, on the floors recently that you had to clean up with the shopkeep has been so much. It would need to be just an entire container of hagfish for it to be this much slime. There is no fish that is normally caught by these fishermen that causes this much slime.
Is there anything...
It's
I'm not even
slime
sure I would
time.
know anything like this, though. No, my character wouldn't know.
There's like the ears pointing from the behind the counter. It's like, if it's anything fishy, it's not from around here.
Do you know any significant migration routes?
No.
Because if something like this happened multiple times at the same time of year,
It hasn't.
It's never happened before.
I have a real question.
then that's
How will this affect the child population?
Quite badly.
it is a terrible day.
So are you suggesting something else?
Well,
Reed? Think it's gonna be what? Getting attacked by some monsters?
If I had to get my 2 cents on it, and especially not from being around here, it's definitely not normal.
I want to do a
Derp-
history check.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can recall like anything that would match this mucus output from like story of the fish. Oh,
Damn!
Barcelona.
Due to the thickness
So-
of the fishness, you know everything.
You don't need to repeat this, obviously. But what you do recognize is that this seems to have a commonality not with fish, but with amphibians and with another group of creatures. These being aberrations.
I was going to
It's
say the
in
humble
any-
frog, but
In any form of aberration, they do produce high amounts of viscous material, as majority of them have ties directly to the sea. This seems to be, at least in volume, the amount you would expect from an aberrant creature.
So yeah, that is what I do recall from that. So it's
If you
nothing
do
but
recall
delicious.
that, do you recall if it's flammable?
So,
why are you,
Very
something that
unlikely.
lives in the ocean is definitely 100% going to be flammable. You can definitely go and cover it in gasoline,
Hey,
kerosene.
some small,
Light it on fire.
some things
Where
in the
you get
water
gasoline and
make
kerosene from?
electricity.
So we have an oil refinery on.
It's called pooping.
We have an oil refinery.
yes.
Whales produce quite a bit of oil.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
you
but
can't
how do
say
expect a
whales.
whale-
You can't say
how do you expect
whales.
a whale to-
They sunk our whales.
It's like a mouse of Vegeta. And our whales.
Whale.
Not the whales.
Could be.
We're horrible people.
We really are.
Dead under the water and the oil's rising above the salt water.
I doubt it.
Is
Even
it
all
anywhere
largest
that isn't
ones do
just
not.
outside?
Well, I was mostly talking about like the flammability of said.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite flammable.
Yeah, but
You can definitely hold a flame to it if you'd like. You do have a bit of this oil to test.
Excuse me, Marky. I'm sorry, I haven't
This
got
oil,
your name.
this slime.
Really?
What time do these strange folk come in here?
Well, they normally show up
On average.
later in the day. We should probably be getting some soon. Most of the time, it's whenever kids come back from fishing in the morning.
That's what I figured.
And
What time you say they usually get back here?
No sooner you ask that question, the door opens up and there is a small party of fishers that end up setting up at one of the tables down here in the corner. You
Boo,
see,
begin study.
as they all funnel in, they do seem to be giving a wide berth to a strange lone figure who sits here. He is
Where is here? Sorry, I can't see it.
currently at. Let me go ahead and just do this. Share screen 1, go live. He's currently sitting here in this corner of the.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
And you notice pretty quickly this individual not only reeks of dead fish, but also seems to have a bit of slime on the lower section of his pants.
Keep in mind giving me a beer for that man right there. Or a water, at least.
Got a copper?
Plop it on the table.
Takes a beer over and sets it on the table. And the first words from this fisherman that you hear.
I'm walking over there to him, too.
Okay. Very thin individual. The yeah.
Good?
Fox is barking. Sorry, that was a horrible
As
joke.
That's low, even for you.
That's low.
As the beer gets sat on the table, the barkeep gestures to you and says, "Gift from another patron." Thank you.
Now, friend, if you don't mind me asking a couple questions.
Sure. Yeah.
He's gonna motion his head over to the other group of fishermen. They don't believe you, do they?
No one does. They keep calling. I watched it.
I'm gonna take my hat off. I'm gonna sit on the table. Tell your story.
Before you start, Boo, write this down. Boo, write this down. Dictate everything.
Write that down. Write that down.
We were on our way back. We had just got our nets back. We had 4 stones worth of fish. It was a good haul. We started heading back, and these things, there's fish, but they had arms, and they climbed onto the ship. They grabbed some of our men.
Out of character.
Hey.
Out
Yes.
of character. I'm not going to say what it is. But there is a creature that I'm hoping you have given us. Because I have thought
Message
for
me what you think it is.
I have thought for years this would be a fantastic fight.
Well, it wasn't the only one.
It's the IRS.
There was other things, fish that came onto the ship. They were walking. There was ones that were in the water. They looked bigger. They didn't get on the ship. But these ones that could walk, they took our fish. Our captain tried to stop them. He shot at, but they're all gone now.
All right. And judging by their reactions over there, they either weren't on the same ship as you, or you're the only one that on your ship that saw it.
I was the only one to come back on our ship.
Yo, Keith.
Yeah.
How many survivors have come back saying that they're the last of their crew?
Don't hear of it. Normally it's a whole crew claim the same thing.
Really? Okay.
They took all of my friends. I hid in that barrel.
Do they speak?
Give me an insight check.
With pleasure.
English,
Damn.
motherfucker, do you speak it?
Shit.
Bam!
Shit.
As you ask the question, do they speak? You see a look of panic hit his eyes.
It's okay there, buddy.
Yeah, but no.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
You mean yeah, but no.
Welcome back.
They were talking, but
In common?
no. Never heard
Eldritch.
before. No, it was it was like weird noises.
Would I have based off of that knowledge, just trying to narrow the list down idea.
Give me a history check. There are a lot of... There's Tritons, there are merfolk, there are Marrow, there are Sawagan, Koatoa, there are frog people that kind of look more fishy than frog. There's a myriad of different creatures that this could fit.
So
they weren't doing this alone.
Was there a ringleader?
I think they had yeah, I think so. It was this weird creature. It was big. It was bigger than them.
Describe it, son.
White.
Racist.
Bright white. But almost like a ghost. Like it had bits of its skin that was see-through. It looked like eyes, like right here, in a row. And it had big old tentacles for legs. I swear, it was there. I seen it.
Buddy, you don't gotta convince me. I'm not from this plane. I've seen some shit.
It was real.
And I believe you that it was real. He's gonna show him the headline on the newspaper. Because obviously the townsfolk don't believe you. Because it says right here that it's pirates doing this. And
pirates don't do that.
You know that. I know that. He's gonna look at the guys. What are the group of other fishermen doing at this point?
They're like listening in, but like kind of like over their shoulder, not.
Are they kind of giggling around, or are they just kind of like?
They're listening in to see how crazy this guy sounds.
And he's gonna motion to them. He says, and they know that too. They just don't want to admit it because they don't want to seem like the ones that are losing their minds. Can you tell me whereabouts this happened at?
Not far out from here. It was away from the Gulf.
You got actual coordinates?
Our normal fishing area is just south of the peninsula, on the southern side. That's where we normally fish at.
All right.
Interesting. May I ask you a question, good sir?
Yeah.
Have you fished any more than recently, or like any more
We've
requests?
fished that area for 20 years. At least my captain has.
Oh.
How long you been doing it?
I joined the crew about a year and a half ago.
What I'm curious about is that they went to fish somewhere else, and I don't know if they may have walked into someone else's territory.
It's been the same area we've always fished.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying someone else might have moved in that time, and I'm not knowing that. That is all.
Gonna finish off the cigarette and take a drink. Would you be willing to take to lead us out to that spot where you were at?
I'd be willing to. I'd have to figure out how I'd get the paperwork so that I can get the ship.
That's fine, but you understand that if you were going to go do the paperwork, you can't really tell your story the way you just told it to me because nobody's going to believe you, and they just won't give you the paperwork, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how I talk to people about this. I'm worried.
You're just gonna need to trust
Well,
people
then
that
you're
actually want to do
sane.
something about it.
There was some of the other fishermen, not these guys, but some of them have been I was called the one who murdered them. They think I did it.
Preposterous.
Did you?
No,
I want to do an insight
Why
check
would
on
I-
that if that's possible.
of course. Why would I murder her? Why would I risk? I get money through these guys. They give me somewhere to sleep. I get somewhere that I can get food.
In the world where I'm from, and in the business that I'm in, you may work with a group of people. You may make money with these people, and you make a living with these people. However, in my line of work, there's a lot of backstabbing. There also just happens to be a lot of murder. So you may seem friends one day, but later that night, you may find that friend has a knife in your back. Not saying you did, but people are naturally suspicious. And especially when you come back as the last one of a crew, and mysteriously the ship can't be found. That's where they're coming from.
With a 20 insight, you don't see any signs of lying or
I figured.
secrets being hidden.
No, I figured. I just... on the off chance.
And at this time, there's a scream heard from outside. You hear shuffling. You hear what sounds like guard armor clanking.
Did you do it this time, or did I do it? And he points at Brandon's character.
Well, me, I'm standing here. He gets up and...
You just said you're in the line of work. I don't know what you're capable of.
That's right, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hat on. I'm going to walk outside.
But I may not know what he's capable of. I'm curious, though. I'm going to follow.
Like, protectively.
I'm going to... as I'm walking out, I'm going to light a cigarette as well.
All right.
You like cigarettes, don't you?
I started with 4. I'm down to 3, so...
Chimney.
Oh, no, he said that in character.
He is a chimney.
I said that. I said it in character, too.
Oh.
I'm just gonna look at the barkeep with like
He just
puppy eyes, like
go.
yes. And I'll grab a sword and like go with you guys.
I'm going to just walk outside. And is there like an awning kind of thing over the front door, or is it just the front door and then like wall?
There is immediately a bridge.
Okay.
That has a bit of a. I don't want to call it like a railing, because it's more or less just a rope suspended over the bridge as a
It's a suggestion of a railing.
Yeah.
That is a rope.
which you can look over and you can see about like 10 feet down before there's water.
I'm just going to stand off to the side, and I'm just going to lean against the wall, or like next to the front door. And I'm going to look around. I'm like, do I see the guards? Do I see what caused the scream?
Give me a perception check.
I'll help them.
Yeah, assist.
I will not.
Just
I gotta remember how.
Mainly because he already has help.
What is it?
That doesn't work for this.
do you want me to roll?
No,
the
I have observant, and I was trying to make sure that
Ah.
it wasn't a weird thing.
A good thing you had help with that.
I'm no kidding.
As you're looking around, you don't see any guards on the bridge you're currently on. Down below, closer to one of the dock bridges, You see there is a few guards running towards what looks like some kind of creature that is dead on the dock. It is human-shaped,
I am immediately going
but
to...
definitely not a human.
Yeah, I'm going to try and bolt down there as quickly as possible.
You hear from the cloaked figure just going, "Oh."
That is a very
Go down there,
talkative
hurry.
shadow man.
And please tell me, how large is your Jersey heifer?
Give me... Okay, are you trying to beat the guards down there?
Not necessarily, but if I happen to, cool.
He is trying to beat the
Give
guards off,
me
though.
I'm really just worried. I really just want to see it.
You know that if the guards get there first, you won't be able to see it.
Okay, then I'll definitely try to
They are definitely a little ways away to give you enough time to inspect this.
Is this an
What?
athletics check to see if you can get down there first?
Acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer. Anybody who else would like to join him in running down there?
I am
I would
not
ask
good
that-
at either of them.
Ibrahim will run his happy little short ass over there with him, but
Ooh.
I don't know if he'll keep up.
This
Okay,
twink.
so
Ben.
if you're...
Did you just
If
call
you're
yourself a
not-
twink?
He is.
Oh my
Look at
god.
There definitely is a twink.
Fucking look at him.
Give me a dex save, Ishiyama.
At least I'm proficient.
Okay. So, Reed quickly slides, starts making his way down towards the lower levels. Vestel shortly behind. Seeing the two of them start bolting towards it, knowing that you're not going to get a chance to see this if you're not down there first. Ishiyama tries to follow behind them. However, not being the most nimble,
No.
you quickly catch your ankle on one of the suggestive rope handrails and begin to fall straight towards the water. And last second, you were able to pin yourself down to a quick dive position to make it look as though you meant to do this the whole time.
I was gonna say, can I have Uthgar
That
make a
ruins
reaction
the cigarette.
to catch him
Fuck.
by
That
the,
ruined the cigarette.
by the
Fuck.
ankle?
I just lit it too.
As
No.
the three of you begin to examine it. I assume because Boo's not necessarily going to make that run. Is Ibram going to be with Boo as the two of them work their way down and around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna
So-
leave him.
You were followed by the cloaked figure, just kind of. Just
Yes, Mr. Mumbles, I understand, but I need to get down there.
Grabs you, chucks you.
As the three of you get there,
Disagree.
give me one of you guys. You cannot aid each other, but one of you guys must make an investigation check or an insight check or some kind of check to see what this thing is.
I do not have any of those as I have.
I'm gonna-
investigation.
I'm gonna do a nature check. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I'll do that.
You know what? I'll take one from each of you.
There you go.
Ishiyama, since you were the first to roll, immediately you are going to notice something about this figure. It has a hole in its chest.
It's been
Vaguely
shot?
Spear-shaped. Spear-shaped.
Okay.
Specifically,
Is it a triangular bayonet?
well, it is triangular shaped, but because it is a fishing spear, it seems as though a broadhead spear hit the chest, dug in a good ways, and then got wrenched out. Reed, as you're looking over this, you are quickly realizing this is not a creature you've ever seen, but a creature you've read about.
Fucking blue ball.
This is a Sawagan.
Excuse you?
These are humanoid fish people.
Fantastic.
Oh, those, yeah. That is.
Swag? What the
What I
fuck
do.
is that?
Let me find an image and I will post it.
A Swahili fucking nightmare monster.
Welcome to Isolari. Host. This is the creature that you see.
Oh. Ew.
This
I would
is a
purge
Sawagan.
that thing in a
Ugga-bugga.
fucking heartbeat, dude. It was not made in the God Emperor's image.
Goddamn right it wasn't.
Slay it, brother.
You quickly are able to identify that that is a Sawagan. It matches every description you've ever read. And but still, as you're looking this over, you begin to notice there are documents not necessarily stolen, but stuck to the creature. The Sawagan may have landed on something, and papers got stuck to his skin.
I'm gonna collect those.
Okay. As you're reading it over, you begin to realize that these are papers documenting a ship's travel through the Gulf.
The Gulf.
Of America.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
So dumb. Alright. As the three of you are able to glean this information, the guards begin to approach you and quickly ask for you to step back. Which is,
I'm sorry,
Oh,
sir.
wait, no, I'm
Tuck
not there.
those papers into my satchel.
I'm gonna like try and like stand up in front of them so that way they're like focused on me. I'm sorry, they're figured you guys might want a little bit extra help since there's been some mishaps recently, but
I do appreciate any additional aid that you are going to offer. However, due to this seeming to be an unknown, we do need to take it into custody, find out as much information before asking for any
you
additional
need
aid.
to take it into custody, son. It's dead.
Any part of this thing, we need to understand where it came from, and if there's a chance of something else like this showing up.
Well, probably the
This
water,
does
I'm
seem
guessing.
to match descriptions given to us from fishers that have been having issues, and we would still like to do our own
I
investigation.
thought it was pirates.
It ain't
Reed is
pirates.
just gonna like eye like the eyes moving between the people talking, and then he just takes a step back. Especially after the dwarf talked.
As soon as
There's
like it's
a
clear of
understanding.
like as soon as it's clear of the other ones, I'm gonna sorry about that. Steps away.
They quickly begin to put effectively a body bag over the Sawagan and clean any of the issue around it. Give me a insight check.
I'll do
You
it.
guys have
I
anything?
will not do that.
Yeesh.
Hey.
I wanna know.
I'm curious, do I have a good insight?
I mean, I've got a +5 in it.
You're God. You can insight whatever you want.
I'll do an insight. Hey.
Well, 'cause- Vestel got a fucking
That'll
20.
work. That'll work. I have a +2 at my insight. Fuck that.
I only have a +1. I rolled a 19.
See, I have a
Well-
+5. However, Roll20 hates me, as do all
Shiana,
dice.
Reed, everybody doesn't seem to see much of an issue with this.
All right, Will
No.
Wheaton, calm down.
You immediately notice you're not
Not
supposed
that
to
bad.
clean a crime scene.
No. I think it would be good if I would assist you. I do live and work for the Church of Chauncey, if that would help anyone.
Again, I do appreciate any aid offered, but until we have an understanding of what's going on, please do understand.
If you need any assistance.
Ocean was sick, threw up a dead body.
And as she does that, I don't know if you want them to roll an insight. She kind of takes her foot and scoops some of the goop.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Ooh.
Fucking damn.
Oh. As you
Gabriel.
pass your foot and mid-conversation, using different hand motions to keep their attention high, you don't seem to notice that you
Gotta scoop the goop.
scoop some goop.
Scoop de whoop. Whoop de scoop.
Scoop
After
a de
few
goop.
moments
Oop
of
my
them
boop.
collecting and cleaning up everything, they all seem to quickly leave towards whatever area they had came from.
She kind of.
Brown's gonna slowly put a vial.
Is there any guards
No, but-
around? Actually, is there anybody
Mm.
around?
There is a woman who was freaking out. None of the guards seem to stay.
I'm gonna go up to this woman. Excuse me, miss. How often
Can I
does
borrow
that
your
happen?
time for a tenner?
What part?
Not the guards.
The
I mean,
the giant freaking thing?
Yes, the creature.
No, it doesn't happen.
If someone is screaming like that, usually that's a surprise.
It showed up, and it had a hole in its chest, and it just stopped moving.
The cowboy looking sir, can I speak to you for a moment?
That's a cowboy.
I think she's asking.
No, I know.
Shama.
So does she?
He's gonna turn like almost about face to her.
You're not supposed to clean up crime scenes.
I know. I'm well aware.
And I have a sample.
But there's a mess. Don't you want to like?
If you know of anyone who could
What?
possibly test this.
I'm not sure I do.
She kind of bends over and
But-
takes off her boot. Maybe we shouldn't be trudging this around.
No, I would wash that off if I were you. Now,
Sample. This is the sample of the goop.
I could possibly run a few tests. Me and Ibram could probably run a few. I don't see what specifics we could run, but I'm sure we could do something.
if you all want to run back up to
If
the
you're
bar
able
right
to
quick,
detect
and
magic inside of it.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
run up to the bar and start running some tests and stuff. I'll be up there in a few minutes.
By
He's
this
gonna,
time, his
Oh boy.
he's gonna turn back around to the
his
woman.
way down there.
I'm gonna go with the dwarf.
He's gonna turn back around to the woman and start like just kind of like, man, like just kind of like trying to calm her down and like bring her down from the adrenaline high,
Mm-hmm.
and just. Are the guards usually like that whenever something suspicious happens?
Yeah, that's just how. That's how the mainland treats a lot of shit that happens out here. We're
Forgive
too
me,
much
I'm
on the lower
Obviously
end.
not from around here, but you say the mainland. These guards
Gosford.
aren't from here.
No, none of them are from here. That would be too much to ask.
It's fair enough.
Most of our guards, or anyone really that is of official status, are from Gosberg or any of the major cities over on the mainland. They support us with resources to help.
They support you financially, but
Build.
not in the physical sense of actual protection.
Yeah. Most of us tend to deal with things like sharks or pirates on our own.
I was going to mention that. How often are pirates seen around these parts?
You're more likely to get bitten by a shark.
So, very, very rare. And even
Oh, yeah.
then, it's not. I assume it's not their hunting. It's an in passing kind of thing.
Yeah, most of them, they don't have any interest in any of us. It would be closer to the Gulf, actually. They prefer going after trade. Most of them are just outside of Gosberg. If you wanted to poke around at, like, Zolenberg or Irontown, maybe, but not out here.
All right.
We don't have anything but fish.
Hmm.
All this settlement's meant to do is supply the mainland with exorbitant goods that we can't use.
Your last stop shop for alcohol and fish.
And caviar for upstairs.
Well, I never had a taste for caviar in the first place. Appreciate your time.
She's, like, beginning to settle down and collect the things she may have dropped as she screamed.
I want to walk back over to the to the area where this all happened at. Is there any evidence of anything being there or anything coming from the ocean at all?
Give me a perception or an investigation check, whichever you prefer.
Eesh.
As you're looking about, you don't see any, like, yeah, there's more things out there. You do, however, notice that the water directly from where this thing came out of has an iridescence. Like an oil slick.
Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Bitch. Fuck.
And it seems to be quickly dissipating.
Fuck. I don't think I have anything.
Do you have any form of tool pack? You have a jar of so.
I do have a Dungeoneer's pack.
You would have a jar.
Pickles.
I will then take a sample of the water and put it back in the backpack. Well, not really backpack, but
Yeah.
it's more of a
Put it to the side.
Yeah. It's more like a Dakota, I know you're gonna understand this. That like when you're shooting muzzleloader, you have a sack that has your patches, your balls, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Your satchel.
It's a satchel, but like bigger.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I understand. I'd like to put stuff in my sack too.
Boy, if you ever visit here, I want you to shoot a muzzleloader just once because I want to see you fall on your ass.
What are you going to do? Have your dad fucking load it beforehand?
I'll load it beforehand. I don't care.
I
don't trust you to load it before I shoot it. Fuck you.
You shouldn't trust him.
Oh, I trust someone else I don't know rather than some good friends. Yeah.
Boo. Running the tests, and he's.
It's only a 76 cal solve. It's only like the size of like my palm.
Not a cowboy, because that's weird. She also shows him the charts.
Okay.
This was stuck to the.
Is she talking to me?
Side.
No, this is to Boo.
Okay, all right. In that case, I have this.
Because you're too busy, like, leaning over into the water.
I will also be heading back up to the bar, though, in the meantime.
All right. Boo's going to kind of go over things. He is going to ritual cast Identify to see if there is anything to identify to.
That way he's not just randomly looking at it.
Mhm.
So I've never been on a ship, and this seems like jargon.
I'm not much of a friend of water, but this looks like a log for traffic. And it seems going over it. It's showing that this particular ship had gone to. Let me see here if I can get the names of the cities down. It went from Berlin to Archway City, out to Fermina, back to Archway, and then up towards Gosberg for a trip. And it seems like Archway was supposed to be its last spot.
Does it have the ship's name on it at all?
No, it's too waterlogged. But I can't even tell when the dates were on this thing. As you can see, most of it does seem to be where it's been underwater. The paper has begun to shed like chunks, and
Yeah.
very few parts of it seems to even be
Hmm.
legible.
And what about the goo?
After a few moments, there's something. It's not active, but this stuff's not natural. But
Ibrahim has the full chemistry set shtick out. Like he's just examining this and putting it under test.
Has he ripped
As
it
you-
yet?
light a fire underneath of it. It doesn't burn. It doesn't seem to get dark.
Mhm.
It's the fire seems to spread around it, but never burn it.
I would also like to do an Arcana check on it to see what if it is.
It is arcane.
Okay.
It's some kind of a control, like an enchantment, something to do with controlling. I'm not sure how, but it's supposed to be a charm or something like that. I don't understand. That thing shouldn't have come up. At least, unless somebody's trying to show it off, maybe? If this is a enchantment for control, this thing doesn't have a mind of its own.
Although, it would work perfectly well if such a thing required it to live, and then when it was controlled, it was switched, ended up killing the host.
Oh, maybe, but
Like a parrot?
still, why would it show up? Why would it show up on the dock? I'm guessing that thing didn't get dragged up on the dock.
Maybe just the
No.
coastal waters.
Hmm.
Would you say I come in about this point?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna see Vestel. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, but if you're running some tests on some things, I have something else. He's gonna hold up the vial or jar of the water that he got.
Oh, goody.
This I know.
Bring
he's
it,
supposed
bring
to look
it.
like
Hand it
this.
to the dwarf. He seems to know what he's doing more.
I'll hand it to the dwarf.
He is going to start pouring it out and in specific dishes. Like he has gotten like plates and shit, separate plates, pouring it and then applying different experiments to each plate.
A few things that you kind of immediately notice about this
They're
thing.
like petri dishes and shit.
It's hydrophobic, yet somehow the same weight as water. Meaning, if you were to have this be put in water, it's going to sit where you leave it. It's not going to float or sink.
Interesting. If you... What is it? Words. It's like a second skin.
You begin to notice as well,
And
it is incredibly sticky. It wants to attach itself to the nearest solid object it can find. Though being hydrophobic, it doesn't seem to want to stay with the water. The moment your finger touches the slime, underwater, it seems to almost just adhere itself to your finger until you fully clean it off.
Boo, I would like this to be marked. New possible exoskin of possible gelatinous and or enchanted control device. This is very interesting.
They always
Reed is
talk in
gonna
code like this?
Yeah, it's
Reed. Sorry. Fuck. Reed is gonna run up to his room on the fourth attempt,
Mhm.
and gonna try and look for books on aquatic creatures in the oceans of Isolari.
okay.
In the meantime,
Give
before
me
you go that whole
a-
way down through there, can I go find some
Mhm.
more cigarettes, please?
Sure. I would say you pretty quickly could find a small shop that's going to offer some kind of cigarette or cigarette
How
like
much?
alternative. I'll say like
How
a copper.
much?
A copper? Done.
Copper for a pack?
God, I didn't ask you how if they were too expensive. I asked you if you had them.
So
Copper for a
give
pack
me
ain't a bad deal.
No, I mean this is the medieval age.
Hell
and
yeah,
it's
chain
not
smoking!
super hard. Reed, I'm going to need a investigation or a history check so that way you can see what you can find.
Yeah. I'm specifically looking for slime and large.
Okay. Damn.
I'm having good rolls. I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
like
you are.
nat ones for the rest of the campaign.
You're gonna blow
pretty
all your luck
quickly,
early.
You were able to find a document on Swagan. Swagan tend to be a large group living sea-dwelling creatures, deep ocean sea creatures. This slime, however, is completely void in any there's no reference to something like this.
Okay, I wanna keep searching for something that fits that. Because I think I have an idea what it is.
I mean, you're more than welcome to share it with the rest of the class.
Okay.
Or don't. It's up to you.
I'm gonna run down.
Guys, I've heard about this creature. Maybe it's this? And I like turn the book around and it shows like a slimy big eel thing with rows of eyes. Maybe it's an aboleth?
Ugh.
That's interesting. Aboleth do, from what I understand, have some kind of slimes, right?
It,
God.
yeah. It's big. It lives in the water.
What
and
is their
there's
intelligence?
slime.
But this doesn't match the description that he was using of the thing that attacked him, right?
He did say he saw a big thing with rows of eyes in the center.
Yeah, but it was white. It was a person, and it had tentacles for legs, right?
Is it capable
Am I
of
misremembering
magic?
that?
Because
Is
if
that-
so, no, you're remembering it correctly.
Hmm.
But that's a good point. The slime, it controls people, right? Or does it do something
It
else?
says so. It says so in the book.
So a creature that is large can control those who have been under its slime manipulation, and it said, and everyone who's come back has lost someone, or don't come back at all, which means either one, it's hungry, or two, it needs followers. Because nothing's going to take that many people without a reason or need for them.
I am unsure then.
And I personally think you're right, so.
That would explain a good bit about what's going on, but wait, isn't the people coming back with slime on?
You're right, and they're
That is correct.
They're not
abnormal.
controlled. So weird.
Ebrahim's going to slowly look at the guy that is the survivor, and he's gonna go,
As you go to
true.
look for him, he's not there.
But wouldn't it be really easy to get an eye in the place where you harvest all your meat?
But
If
wouldn't it
you
be
let
really
one of
easy
them
if he
go.
was there?
It would be really nice if he was there, but he's not. However, the rest of the fishermen still are. And the shopkeep is currently over. Less than great news. Guards came by.
I didn't do anything this time.
They weren't after you. They're after the kid with slime.
Ooh.
Something tells me this hypothesis bears seeking the truth for.
No, if I want to be involved with the guy.
If we do understand that anyone can get stuck with this slime,
Doesn't seem
maybe
like
those who...
he had any mind control.
Maybe not yet.
Well, there is this. He wasn't covered in it like the fish was. Like, it was, like, on every inch of skin, wasn't it?
Would be, yeah.
So, maybe if it's not a lot,
Brendan, what
it
was
can't
the
do a lot.
intelligence
That
roll
was from
for?
me if I was gonna pipe it or not.
So if maybe it's quantity, the amount.
Or maybe location.
Ooh,
I did not think
far
that.
away now.
Maybe ingestion may have a part in this.
Are you gonna drink that?
True.
Oh, I love you.
So if it's
Hmm.
just on the skin, it may be harder for the slime to absorb. That's just me spitballing an idea. I'm not sure.
Well, it would need to interact. If it wants to get into the blood system, it needs to interact with the biggest organ and possible, which is skin, or in through any open orifice, which, well, ears, nose, mouth, probably be the best bet.
Because we just really don't want to check the other bed.
Yeah, but also your brain's closest to those. Also, it would be the hardest part to not notice if any of it got in.
So I'm just asking in general. Don't feel like you need to jump in at all. But are we gonna do anything about this?
I'm too curious to possibly do anything but look into it. Boo, cancel any construction assistant plans. I want to figure out what this goes.
Yes, sir.
You just hear a.
Oh, Jesus! He totally forgot he was there and just like, what the fuck?
I don't.
Mumble Man is very
don't
loud
care.
today.
We
I
are going to
suppose.
help.
I'm too
Okay.
far down the rabbit hole at this point to say no. So
Me and Uthgar are both.
This is a bar.
Okay.
it's the same damn thing.
So I'm not good with plans. Anybody?
I get jobs done. I'm not sure planning it is part of like.
Maybe get a ship to.
I make things. I don't
Guy was
really.
before?
Well,
His fishing spot?
the last time I ran a build crew, I got told not to do it again. So
I'm sorry. I need to. He's gonna look at Vestel. You seem like one of the more intelligent ones that I've run into in the last couple of days. What's your name?
Vestal Featherhawk.
Nice to meet you, Ishiyama.
Reed
This
is just
is,
gonna.
Uthgar.
Reed, I've heard your name about 15 times in the last 3 days.
No. Reed is just gonna like eyes, like switching between the group and like the boss, the bartender.
Keep
And,
you
like,
mind if we take that
You're
little
fine.
Alright.
I would give a recommendation. I'm pretty sure there's probably about 2 ways you can handle this. One, you could do the safe way. Run a ship out. See if you can't either tail somebody or have supplies where you can attract them. If what they're saying is true, they seem to want fish, then follow them after they take the fish. See what's going on. Or you could be a little more risky. My guess is the scream had something to do with a fishman you've seen on the docks down there. That seems to have been said like 4 or 5 times at this point. Is that right?
Dead fish man.
Guard take him?
Guard
Yeah.
took them and
Guard.
guard cleaned up the evidence.
That's what I figured. So you can go and investigate where the guards have placed it and see if there's any connections there. Not going to be easy either way, but one will keep you out of jail.
I
Seeing
I'm
as
gonna be
our-
honest, I don't
Staying
do
out of
well
jail.
in jail.
Yeah, I agree on that.
I've already been
Seeing
in a
as our
cage once, it
friend that
didn't
was
end
in
well.
here earlier is also in jail for simply doing a man's job, I'm not sure either one of these options keeps us out of jail. But
Unless you can stop it and have proof.
yeah, that's the problem.
Are you sure they were after fish, though?
Well, they
Seem to be
are.
the most common thing that people say to take.
It's the common denominator. My point being, the woman we talked to down,
They keep
or
picking people.
that I talked to down at the dock, she seemed to insinuate, and keep telling me if this is wrong or not, that the guard here aren't necessarily guard, they're more or less to protect mainland interests.
Like, guarding mainland interests.
So,
Check another one on the found list of
Well,
corporate
my-
security teams.
Suggestion
plus
about
1 point for
checking to
BlackRock.
seeing where they're coming up and taking shit. My guess is wherever they're taking that fish to will give you about as much information as wherever the guards took that dead fish to.
True.
Plus, we could bargain the information to see the guy in the jail.
Let me try and do that. If one of you wants to tag along, be my guest.
If you're going on the boat, then I'll help you. I've been around places.
I'd like to stop by the prison first, see if we can't, assuming he's there, see if we can't get a couple minutes
I'm
with our
sure
friend.
you can get a few minutes with them. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Though you're going to need his name.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't know it.
John
I'm
Eisman.
gonna go over to the other fisherman and be like,
Say
"Do
what?
you know
Did
this
you say John
John
Iman?
Eisman.
Eisman?
Oh, okay.
Eisman.
When
I
they
forgot
came
that
in, they
was-
stated his name, said they were looking for him. Kid got up, started to panic, tried to hide in the bathroom.
To be fair, I mean, you've done nothing wrong and the guard are after you. It's a fair.
I'd be in the same position.
Can't say
You'd
the
be in a
same, but I
bathroom?
understand the sentiment. Where is
Well,
I
It's-
wouldn't imagine. Hey, it's on the second tier. You want to look for a building, pitch black. It's pretty easy to find. Got a local guard written on the side of the building.
Boy,
Real
they really
inconspicuous.
want,
Local guard, not
they
even.
really want to make it look like they care about you guys, don't they?
Oh yeah. If for whatever reason on your way up, if you hear any of the guard say anything about John Eisman, I would not recommend talking to him, but give it a listen. It may be important. My guess is they've probably talked about what's going on.
Keep
I don't mean to be the
I will
cynic.
keep an ear
but-
here or an ear out here. If whenever you guys come back, I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Have you done this before?
Nope.
However, you being a barkeep,
You know what? What?
you've seen and heard some things.
Give me an insight check.
I would love to.
I mean, I would
He knows a thing or
probably
two
know
'cause
and
he's
just
seen a
like
thing or two.
stand beside, right?
Does anybody want to assist in that before I roll this?
Nah.
All right.
Rita's just gonna lean against the wall and be like
No.
smiling.
All right. It wouldn't have
he's-
mattered regardless.
Whenever he says, "Nope, never done this before," that is as much of a lie as humanly possible.
Keep, if you don't
I-
mind me asking,
mean-
you being a bartender and all, how long you been doing this? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh. Some like
I love it when I give you a
20
question that you don't know the answer to.
20 years, 25 years, something like that.
You've seen a thing or two in your day.
Something like that.
How long that
Bum,
mainland
bum, bum,
guard
bum,
been
bum.
around here doing this kind of stuff? Being weird,
If I said-
suspicious.
If I said less than 10 years, would you be surprised?
No. My next question, you didn't hear. That goes for all you in the room. How corrupt is them cops?
Kitchen now. As he
I'm not hungry though.
I'll like stride over.
steps over here into the kitchen.
I'll go with him. That's a lot of effort to move my fucking.
How corrupt are damn police in the kitchen, boy?
What do you mean?
I
It's
do
just
not.
general, or is there?
I
like,
do not
you
want
asking-
to insinuate, and I do not want to use this as a first go. But if I find myself in a position, or find the, I guess my companion is now here in position, would they take a bribe?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Um.
And I know
however,
I know damn
wouldn't
well in
call
Fishman.
them first. If for whatever reason you get in trouble, Reed has a sending stone. Call me.
That's fine. Like I said, this is not something I want to use repetitively. This is not something I want to make a habit of. But if the option is there for a bribe or ability to pay for information from them,
How
It's
much
nice.
food you got?
I ain't got enough. I'll tell you that right now. Bribery, maybe. Paying for information, that's a whole different ballgame. And
Tell you what.
let's say this: I didn't come here with a lot. I came here with a mission, and that's about it.
I'll tell you what. If you go back down the south side of the bar, there's a barrel over on the southeast corner. You look in it. If you use that at all, if you get caught and you need a bribe, use that. If you don't, put that fucking thing back.
Let's do this. How much money? I assume it's enough. You don't need to tell me how much it is, but I assume it's enough. I'll take your silence as yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be safer if
Oh
I
my
didn't
god,
take
they're
it?
not saying the words they want to say. It hurts my head.
Would it be safer if I didn't take it? And thus, if I ever get put in a position and that bribe does not go through, that they don't just confiscate it. I do not want to rat out your position, don't get me wrong here. I'm just saying, would it be wise to carry that amount of money around?
No, unless you're flaunting it. I don't see why it would matter.
You ain't got a problem with
Guess
random
is
pickpockets
my
around
guess
the
is
city?
you've done about the same amount of work I've done. At least similar.
I wouldn't say bartending work, but sure.
You've gotten products moved.
No, not necessarily products moved, but taken care of. Sure.
Tomato.
That's not
So
a real
whenever
fruit.
you take it, just hide it.
Tomato
If
isn't
for
a fruit.
whatever reason,
That's the joke.
it gets confiscated. Oh well.
All right. I didn't want
It
you to
doesn't
think that
have
I was
any
taking
ties
advantage of
here.
you. This is my thing here. I don't like.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
don't
easy.
worry.
I'm not worried about you.
No, I understand that.
That
My
one right there.
my point
That one
being,
right there will deal with you if you end up stealing my money.
yeah.
So,
First things first, you
if
ain't got
you
to
end,
worry about me stealing your money. I'm too honest
that's
for
what I
that.
figured.
That's not my line of work.
That's what I
Secondly,
figured.
politely, Reed, if you don't mind me, it might take a little bit more than just you, but you could probably take me if it came down to it. My line
Well,
of
you would at
work
least
isn't
be able to
necessarily
find
about
you.
money; it's about principle. I do like to find.
You're the principal of a school?
I do like to find out the information about the amount of stuff I'm trying to figure out, whether or not it pertains to my objective. So if I can find out more information, that gives me a better reasoning and a better understanding of what final decision I should make, regardless of what happens. It allows me to know what's right or wrong.
Well, here's your options of trust. An individual who's willing to bail you out, who is hearing you all talk about what seems to be enough of a reason for the local guard to arrest a man, to take a dead body and clean up whatever was left behind, and who the entire lower section of Archway City is affectionately referring to as the most corrupt people they know.
Yeah.
Which of those two options you think?
Don't get me wrong here. I absolutely, in my entire life, bartenders have tended to be the most trustworthy people I've ever known. Trust me, I do not doubt your trust ones at all. Do not get me wrong. I just don't want you to feel like I'm taking advantage of you.
Every time he says, in my line of work, I want Ibrahim to like have a
Oh, music! Music is going.
Motherfucker!
I want him to add a tally mark on a specific piece of paper.
My line of work.
That he's just
I
kept.
said it again.
Yeah, in my line of work.
I
Yeah.
have said it a lot.
I know. That's why it's gonna be
I'll be
funny.
honest with you, it's not intentional.
You know, boss.
Okay, we need to make these campaign long jokes, and we need to have them
I
build
am
up some point.
I am very well aware.
I'll just turn to the barkeep. You know, boss, I think these people are very interesting. If you don't mind, I'd like to tag along. A lot longer, maybe.
Of course. I want you to keep an eye on them. Do me a favor. Whatever choice you end up making,
Sorry.
don't end up being just the kind of people that get caught and make a fool of yourself. My guess is all of you have experience in your own fields of work. You've got a couple people who seem to be a bit brainier than most people I've seen.
Which one?
Definitely not you. But
Thank you, I think.
Thank God.
at least get you some kind of start on what's going on. Because these fucking people aren't going to do shit about it. I recommend, if you're wanting to go talk to them, the sooner the better. Now, I'm just a barkeep who hears too much, so don't take my word as gospel. But something.
And if I did, would this be an acceptable church for me to come pray?
I'm going to pretend that was out of character.
No, it wasn't.
Jesus fucking Christ. He just kind of like deadpans for a second. But my guess is, since they're taking him away, you've got like a 60-40 shot. He is not here tomorrow.
Well, I think then we got things to do and do them fast.
Bring it!
He's not at the table.
Taking the fat shit.
Probably.
Probably.
Can hear it over the pond and everything.
Yeah. He's dropping a good brown torpedo.
They call him the Ohioan Barrel Buster.
You Ohio Barrel
and
Buster.
Barrel Buster. What a
So
name.
laggy. Like my
My
fucking video
computer's
is super laggy.
My computer's laggy. If I post something, it takes forever.
Well, in my line of work, my computer's never laggy.
Yeah.
Because I don't have one.
Maybe if I restart this. Is that gonna... Hey, yeah, there we go. It's not... That's bad. It was like 20 frames a second. Brendan! Hurry your ass up!
Just hear clunk.
Fit in the other room.
We just see him walk in with a Florida alligator and be like, "It's my new pet, Bubbles."
He like walks as if
Your
he's
parents
just
are
given
doing that
birth.
out of everyone.
Ugh.
Good
Do you
days.
make tea?
Yeah, I was making a hot toddy because feel my chest. No, it would not be an alligator. It'd be a fucking raccoon or something.
Oh yeah, you are very much more of a trash panda kind of guy.
I'm from Appalachia. What do you want from me?
You're not from Appalachia.
Yes, we are.
You're from the Midwest, dumbass. We're not in Appalachia.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just saying that it was it would be
Appalachia.
a trash panda.
We are in
The
Appalachia.
Split Hills is not in Appalachia.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
hey,
It's
Brandon.
not the same.
It's
Hey,
in
Brandon?
Appalachia.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
Hey,
That's dipshit.
hey, Brandon, did I just
Brendan,
someone call
listen
your
to the
name?
German.
It's at Mississippi.
Nope.
What?
We are still a part of the Midwest.
Pretty sure I just
We are
heard
in-
someone
we
say your
are-
name in the background.
Every
The state is in the
like
Midwest. Southern Ohio is a part of
Fox,
Appalachia.
you're going
every
insane.
section
Take deep
of
breaths.
Ohio, right? Or every
No.
section of the U.S. is based around Ohio. The Midwest, right, is Midwest of Ohio. The West.
I like
is
how
west
this
of
happened
Ohio.
because of one
West
fucking
is
word.
Holland.
The South
Appalachia.
is south of Ohio.
Can we?
First off, completely wrong. Second,
No, it's true.
I
It's
want to
true.
believe it's
Look
true.
at the naming conventions of everything.
I wanna
in-
believe
in
it's true.
relation to Ohio. That's where everything is.
Secondly, Southern Ohio is a part of the Appalachian section.
This man's in
It's
denial.
not just a
In
random
the Ohio
section.
Valley.
It's a part
Yeah.
of Appalachia. The
Not-
Ohio,
But can
Ohio
you guys
Valley.
kiss already?
the Ohio Valley is a part
Fucking
of Appalachia.
get married.
No, it's not.
Like,
Yes, it
be in your
is.
triangle
No,
with
it's not.
Alyssa.
Yes,
and calm
Appalachia
down.
is its own section in the various.
I
Agree
hate
with
to
you.
interrupt. I
In
hate
where?
to interrupt,
In where?
but it's like
In
1:46
where?
in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's continue.
Everyone-
Thank you. So we're going to the prison. Why did I just
If-
become Russian?
If you
I don't know.
heard everything that was said, Brendan. Brendan. Oh, he got a phone call.
Ooh, he got that phone call.
Hey, baby girl. I'm
Yes,
here.
boss. I will suck your dick. Yeah, don't worry. I'll
My
be there in a
cock's
sec. I
extra
will
heavy for
suck
you.
your dick.
The
I will do it
boss
whatever
I
you
wonder
need
what
of
he's
me.
Semen.
talking about.
the
Are you
ball?
letting
Probably
us
not
in?
helping that we're
Are you
talking in
letting-
his ear.
Is he letting us listen in? No.
I
Fucking
doubt it.
gay.
No! Why would he let you listen in?
Hey, Bren
Be
Gay.
funny.
That would be the stupidest fucking decision ever.
You talking, Steve?
He's talking to his grinder contacts.
You know, it's a perfect time for him to call whenever we're about to fucking like continue where we were.
He's got a call from a sugar
Yeah.
daddy. Hey, baby girl, my balls are heavy and ripe for milking.
He needs to get some.
My
splash.
knees weak, arms are heavy, nut spaghetti
Clap,
over
clap,
all the
clap,
ready.
clap, clap.
Brandon's sitting there like, read me, daddy.
Sure.
Was that Mr. Steven?
No, that was Jess. Jess sounds like she's dying.
Lol.
Jess is not coming into work.
Is this...
Oof.
Like, genuinely, she's calling me, and,
shame.
like, she's talking while coughing the entire time.
Hmm.
Alright.
But
She
you
did not
hear
learn to swallow.
the conversation
No.
beforehand. Okay. Effectively, this is the gist of it. Whatever you do, don't get caught and do stupid shit.
No.
But if you're going to go talk to the guy,
Sooner rather than
you
later.
got like a 60-40 shot he's not going to be here
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that I heard.
Yeah.
Alright.
Out to the place that we go.
What time of day would it be?
It's barely noon.
Oh, sweet! Alright.
For Siggy.
Let's go ahead and go to...
Oh, Chunga Bunga!
I'm gonna go to... What was the guy's name? Jonathan...
His name's John Eisman.
Evil?
John Eisman? I'm
That
gonna
was
go,
the
go to the guardhouse and...
Request an audience.
as you reach the guardhouse, it is pretty well what
She's fixing
as is pretty well what he described it as.
Yeah.
It is a beacon, pitch black building with local guard written on the side of it. It does have what seems like holding cells within it, and as you step in, it is very, very small opening with a barred wall where you can speak to guardsmen. Behind them, you see various cells placed along walls and what seems like a desk to fill out who you would like to speak to and reason. The guard seems to look up at you for a second and look down, almost expecting you to know what to do.
Excuse me, sir. I'm here to see John Eisman.
It's
I'm
on
gonna.
the paper right there.
Oh.
If you want to just write on it,
I'll sign on the paper, whatever.
it's so we can keep a log. Sorry, I'm
You're good. Is that clear?
as
to
you
go
go
back?
through. Yeah, as you write in, he leads you over to John Eisman's cell. There seems to be two guards posted not directly next to you, but within listening distance. And John's seeming to, like, his eyes are wide, and he is just rocking.
Hey, friend.
I'm not.
Right.
What do you? He darts over to the cell wall. What are you doing here?
Just came to chat.
Hold on, quick question. While this is going on, can Reed try to make a conversation about construction material from the mainland
Oh, please.
and the mountainous regions so the guards don't really listen in on it?
Please.
Yeah, because we're just
Nay.
talking so loud about it.
Please,
I'm gonna-
please give me a performance.
Ibram and him are gonna start this full-on conversation.
I'll
Please
even
give me a
talk to Ibram
performance
on Dwarvish.
with advantage.
Okay, I'll need that. Ooh.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. What are you doing here? You're
It's just AFK.
Brendan.
Sheesh.
Oh, sorry.
Bruh.
No, I was keeping track.
The guy's in jail. He's not
I
going
was keeping track of
anywhere.
the kids, even though
Fuck
I've
him.
drank 2 cans of beer. I've had a glass of whiskey, and I'm now drinking a hot toddy. No, I mean, actually wondering, did they say what they arrested you for?
They think that I murdered all of them. That is what they're saying.
All right.
They said that for the crime of killing crew.
John, I just need simple answers. I need you to elaborate. I'll let you know, okay? I need you to bring it down. If you seem panicked, they're going to find you guilty.
Okay.
All right. Now, do they have any proof?
No.
All right. Now, in this town, is it innocent until proven guilty? Hesitation means no. So, did they arrest you for thinking that you murdered them, or did they arrest you for other suspicious reasons, i.e., being covered in a slimy substance?
They told me for the crime of murdering my shipmates.
Is anybody else with us?
Besides just like
Is it just the three? Is it just the 3 of us?
I'm assuming everybody went in to go talk to him, unless anybody would like to stay outside.
Well, I'm just like outside.
I know what the
with,
2 of them are doing with the guards. I'm
I'm
Vistel.
with Ishiyama, and I'm using the bird for hearing. Well,
Alright.
Yeah, for hearing in the other room.
So are you with me currently? Is my question.
The room that they're bickering in. So yeah, I'm in the room with you.
I'm gonna.
This is
Not even use the bird.
Don't even use the bird. But yeah, I'm in the room with you.
I'm gonna kind of look at you and just kind of motion you to come over. This here's Vistel. She's gonna ask you a couple questions. All right. Like I said, short, concise, to the point. If we need elaboration, we'll ask for it. But I'm not sure how much time we have. Hey, like, how deep into the conversation of building
It's-
materials are they?
Oh, I'm
You're
pulling up the
asking-
list.
It's like dense.
It went from
You're watching
building material
you're
to
watching
favorite rock
one
type of
person ask
conversation.
you're asking one person asking a dwarf about
So-
building
the
materials.
reason-
He's going
'Cause
like
he's gonna go.
specific build mixes. He's going special tools. He's got everything.
No, Ishiyama's just gonna go, I'm not sure how much time, and he's gonna like chime into that conversation real quick and go, never mind, we got plenty of time.
Oh my god, don't you just love the shining Peridot has? Oh, it's my favorite.
I
It
believe
makes it a
marble
shit
does it
building.
better.
Marble is very shiny, but
How
I
do you
just
feel
love
about
the common
Spinosaurus?
occurrence of chrysolite. It's just such a nice little tingle, and when put into intense heat, it's incredibly viscous.
Two of these guards that are supposed to be listening in the conversation that Ishiyama and John are having is just
Lost.
And don't get me
Yeah,
started
yeah.
on extrusive rocks.
I prefer to think geodes are some of the best things in the world.
I'm gonna hand the questioning off to Vistel.
oh, don't look panicked at me right now. I guess information. Try to whatever question you would have about what's going on, what you think he may know.
In case somebody need to be robbed. Like, to keep away. Bruh.
She's a muscle, apparently.
No question.
All right, so apparently the smart one of the group apparently is a little bit gun shy.
Questions? You be smart, no questions.
What happened before your ship was attacked?
We were heading back from you see the map real fast. We were heading back from Dunlac. We ended up making about halfway. We were in more of like an open stretch. Doesn't seem like there was much going on, and there was this weird gurgly scream, and I kind of panicked. And when people started shooting, hit. Fishermen came up, started taking stuff, killing some of the guys, dragging the others away.
Does she have Reed's book? Possibly.
Possibly. That would be a Reed question.
Fox, did I snatch your book? So I
My
can-
book.
Yeah, the one that had the
I mean, not that I know.
Do you still have the book with the Sawagan in it?
Probably. I didn't put it down or away.
So I'll say you could probably just like reach over and grab it.
Yeah, that's like, I don't even realize people are there at the moment. I'm knee deep in rock talk.
it did.
Knee deep in rock talk.
She kind of shows the picture to him.
Are you showing the Aboleth or the Sawagan?
Swagan.
Yeah, immediately he's like, that's it. That's the thing.
Okay, and what about this? She flips the page over to the
No,
tablet.
that's nothing like it. It had the 3 eyes. That thing has the 3 eyes, but it wasn't that.
Alright. So the fish people attacked you?
If I could be of any service, did the fish people have a smell? Yeah, they smelled like rotten fish. Like I assumed that they would be, fishy smelling, but like when they left, the whole place smelled like fish that's been just sat in the sun. Rotten meat.
That is interesting.
Other identifiers besides just...
When they would talk, it was what I could see out of the barrel. They were like they weren't there. If that makes any sense. Like they were just blank staring at each other. It seemed like they were just passing information. As he finishes this, one of the guards, that's an, you two talking about rocks.
Yeah?
Please, you keep it down a little bit. Also, we're going to give you about 4 more minutes, and then we're going to have to ask you guys to take it out.
Okay, I'm gonna just not talk about rocks. I'll just look at what's the dwarf's name? I'm sorry, I'm not down yet with them.
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. I'm gonna look at Ibrahim and be like, so rocks are apparently too loud. So here's why I think you shouldn't eat a lot of green sand for expeditions when you have a lot of mud on the way there.
As the guard kind of looks like, damn. John's
I'm
going to
rolling.
like lean in really close and be like, look, my ship should still be down there if you need. There should be at least something, some kind of information, anything. It's the broken fish. dumbass name. It was the captain's favorite, but
You ain't gotta explain Captain's name
I don't
rights to me.
think they've went through it. But I would be quick.
Appreciate your time there, John. Now, word of advice. Stop acting so panicked. And remember, you're not guilty. So if they ask you, you didn't do it. Be confident.
I'll do what I can. Appreciate it.
And with that, stand up and eat myself right out of the room.
Real quick, when we leave, I wanna get your attention to D&D memes. That's like the Krog is literally the fucking guards after the rock talk.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. We were supposed to go to Magic Park, which everyone says is really cool. I mean, I've never been there. I really like roller coasters. They just seem really boring. I know they're supposed to be scary, which isn't boring, but it's like you're not doing anything. You're just sitting and going up and down when you could be playing soccer.
That
or
Croc is so
basketball.
fantastic.
Oh my god.
So, you guys step out.
Brother is amused.
Dude. Bruh, the alligator just died rather than listen.
And that's how you get an intelligence down to 0. So anyway, by the way, once we are ready to leave, Rita's just gonna stop, turn around, and walk out.
Just in the middle of the conversation?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Anyway,
Oh no.
I love Obsidian
Anyway.
leaving.
so what is the plan?
Well, the plan
Oh, there's a
is to
broken fish that
win the
needs help.
lottery and just never work a day again in my life and have a bunch of land. And, oh wait.
I assume we go to the boat.
Yeah. I'm with that idea.
All right. When you guys make it down towards the docks, you find there is a boat that seems out of place. It seems almost like crooked. It's tied down, but it's not tied down very well.
Man, it
And-
would be a shame if someone kicks off the rope.
It does have the name written on the side of the broken fish.
Here's
The
my next
crooked fish.
Here's my question. We would need a crew to service this ship, right?
We are the crew.
How many of us have
I
actual
think what he's asking
experience?
is how many men does it take to run the ship?
Yeah.
Could use a crew. That would be a very useful thing.
Do any of us have
Do you
experience
think-
doing this?
Do you think
I
the
have
idiots
been
at the
on the
bar
ocean
could
again.
be right?
I'm about to be finding that out because I'll be honest with you, Ishiyama has never once worked on a ship. He has zero idea of what to do.
Well,
Let's
if
go
I
catch
had a
some
week
people.
and the inclination to learn, I might. However, I don't.
If possible, would it be easier just to go check out the ship first?
I
Sure.
mean,
Like taking
Sure.
it out to sea, we're just
we ain't.
taking a quick look.
I jump on board.
Are we just extended borrowing?
No, we're not stealing, we're just looking.
We got permission from the last living crew member.
To be fair,
Mhm.
that is.
That is
I'll
very
investigate.
true.
As you aboard the ship, there is
Aboard.
a smell. It's not strong, but you immediately smell rotting flesh. A very, like, coppery smell. It seems to be stained in the wood.
I don't think that's coming out.
That is kind of disgusting smelling.
Ever so slightly.
I would like to do an Arcana check on the ship.
Go ahead.
See if that magic matches the magic that we found.
From what you can tell, there is some faint trails of magic. You don't know much else.
Would have been nice if I had assistance on that.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else doing it?
No.
I will investigate as well. If
Alright.
I know where
I
to put
would
my
never-
thing.
I will assist!
I'll say I'll actually help him because, like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
open
I'm good at
knife, yeah.
tracking things, but I'm not like.
I'm also not
Dear
good at investigating
God!
things. There it goes, biting me in the ass.
Something tells me
Pleasure.
we're having
He rolled an
fun.
11 and a 3, Sov.
The
Delightful.
trails of arcane that Vestel could find. You are realizing there are stains in the wood on the deck. Stains like slime. Trails of where these Sawagan have passed.
Well, at least we know it's not going to catch on fire anytime soon.
I still haven't fully tested that out. Should we try it now or later?
If nobody else is going to look for it, I suppose I will. Look for the paperwork of the ship.
We're just on deck. We haven't gone to the captain's quarters yet.
Hello?
Which is where it would be.
Is it gonna click?
Probably not.
No, possibly.
Ah!
Swows.
A real question would be like, would any of us know where the paperwork for the ship would be?
You would imagine it would be.
That is a fair point.
My brother in
I
Christ, I
would
have probably
probably
been on
tried
a
to
ship
click it one
twice.
fucking time.
I'd probably know,
Use it.
seeing how I offload shit.
All right, as long as somebody knows.
Was anybody helping me?
Yes.
Nah, I will.
Okay.
I'm trying to order
After-
McDonald's.
Kind of going through the
Dude, same.
captain's quarters. Ibram, you were able to find a stack of paper that seems to list what the ship was carrying and where it was going.
Hmm. Interesting. What was it carrying?
It seems to be carrying about what is regarded as 3 stones worth, which would be, see here exactly how much that is.
Rockin' stone.
About 42 pounds of fish.
Interesting.
Uh,
Specifically 42.
you see that it had various supplies from the mainland, and it was headed straight back to Archway. You do see that there seems to be some kind of coded message on it that you don't recognize the language of.
Why does this look like a language, but not like a language?
Maybe they were trying to hide something? Well, why would they try to hide something if it's right there? You'd be able to see it super easy.
You would want to hide it if people audited your ship.
But wouldn't they check your paperwork for an audit?
Exactly. They'd check the normal paperwork, but this little scribbly bibbly could be, I don't know, secret shit.
Anybody up there speak or read gibberish?
There's a scribbly
I'll
bibbly
look
down
at
here that I can't
I'll
read.
look at
Yeah,
it. What
same.
language? I speak Common, Infernal, Undercommon, and my version of Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Read
Your
what you-
version of
you
these
read?
can't.
Giant, Dwarvish, Draconic, Elven, and Common.
Okay. What do you speak? Oh
English.
God.
I speak
Figure out your
American.
languages.
I
Brendan,
speak American.
as Ishiyama is looking at this, you realize that is a form of thieves' camp.
Hella! You understand when I said my version, that means the weird ass shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a version of thieves' camp.
Neat.
And
Can I read it?
Give me
The
a.
answer's gonna be no.
Give me a. Let's see here.
Perception?
You'd be surprised if I said no.
Investigation, insight, or
Perception.
intelligence. Something like that.
I'll give you insight. Dear God.
Damn.
Roll 20
They
hates me.
have,
Inside to my dream.
they have something on the ship. And from what you get, you're not sure what exactly it is, but it is not supposed to be on here.
Why is it squibbly bibbly all the time?
Say that again.
Something is on the ship
Yeah.
that has been documented. You don't know what it is, but you do know it's not supposed to be on here.
Fantastic. I'm going to the hold.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Buffalo!
You
Chicken?
follow down to the lower decks, and you see that smell, first of all, is incredibly pungent.
It's a smelly
Now that you
smell.
are-
That smell.
Now that you are surrounded by the dense wood,
Shut
all
up.
of that slimy mucus seems to have just permeated throughout this ship. There's a reason why no one's come in here.
It do smell.
Yeah.
It smells of a smelly smell.
like
It smells the
shit.
smelly smell that smells.
And you are all now very viscerally aware of how much slime is on the floor.
Is it dark or is like? I mean, I assume it's dark.
It's dark. The ship itself, it doesn't have any lit torches or lamps or anything, so it's a bit harder to see anything.
Is there a
You,
lamp
however,
around?
can feel the oily, slimy.
Is there a lamp near me?
Oh yeah, there's a few.
Then
You
I'll
also- you
I'll
also
grab a
have
lamp
to
and
do
I'll light it.
inventory.
I've dark vision.
Flip on.
Do not
light,
let
start
it touch your
moving
skin.
it around. You
Um,
see that it's about that thick of a film over the bottom of the stack. And as you're walking, it is like walking through muck.
I'm gonna EO step back to the
Pokemon?
stairs.
What's that?
I'm gonna EO step. Oh. He's gone?
Oh, he died.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought he booted me because I asked him if he was walking through muck the Pokemon.
No, but that's a valid action. That's actually pretty valid.
No, I'm gonna like EO step back to the
Discord
stairs.
crashed.
Yep.
Rip. Yay.
This is what we call a GM moment.
This is how we do it.
Show me what you got.
Do it clap though.
Oh, that was
No,
clapping.
it's because it doesn't have hands. It's slime.
I'm half tempted to order McDonald's and go get it.
No.
Man, I didn't even eat the Domino's pizza, dude. It's in the
Succumb
fridge
to
right now.
American laziness.
I don't want to get it delivered because McDonald's is right down the road.
That
It is literally
worries.
3 minutes away.
is 3 minutes that you would have to
Your
drive.
pizza is only 3 minutes away, bruh.
Bleh,
Bruh, bruh,
Bruh.
bruh,
bleh,
bruh,
bleh,
bruh,
bleh,
bruh.
bleh.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh.
God has done a restart, and I will laugh.
God is punishing me for my crimes.
I mean, it's not like you didn't deserve it.
Fair enough.
Did your crimes against Skyrim and her people?
You've committed
Oh,
crimes
all the
against
time.
Skyrim and her
Haven't
people.
you?
What say you in your defense?
Yup, you got it right. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh,
Anyway,
whoa. Oh, no. Anyway. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you? I don't know.
if your
Words.
loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial
If
compensation.
you or a loved one saw a child right in
Will
front of
you
you,
not
what would you
shit?
do?
Please, god damn. You should
Oh,
give those pizza
really?
rolls to Marco whenever we get a chance.
Marco deserves all the pizza rolls.
Marco deserves it.
Such a big boy.
Ah.
Shut
Bong.
the fuck up.
That fucking back up.
God, it took forever for all those to load.
I can pause the recording until
While I wait, yeah.
would it perhaps try with Kanto?
No, it doesn't start with a B.
Lies.
I'm actually
it
playing
Big Boom
Pokemon.
Boom?
You're not playing Pokemon the card game.
No one fucking plays that.
I may or may not have modded it to where it has Pokemon on it instead.
Do I take a holographic abstract Joker, but it's eternal?
Is it early game?
Anti 2. I
No,
can't-
because
well,
it's eternal.
I was gonna say it's eternal. That's the problem I have.
Do you need to go check the internet? Tower?
Oh.
Yeah, even Alyssa's going robot.
Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh my god. Na, 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 na. There was a man.
Owie, my ankle!
There was a man in my.
Oh.
Is that you?
My ass has decided to eat my hand, and it hungers for more.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh, I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of the soundboard when I get my computer, like a new computer, because I can't use any.
I can't wait till you get a computer so that way we, you can play Monster Hunter Wilds.
Bitch.
Yeah, that
Same goes
also
for you,
requires
Fox. I
me
don't
to
wanna
have
hear it.
money.
Man, I don't have the money. My grandma being a piece of shit, so. Nah, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna finance it, and then you can pay it off without, interest loans in the bank and shit. And now she's like, oh, there's a lot of money. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to pay. So I go, thanks, grandma. I told you it's a lot of money. But yeah, I heard that there's a.
I'm back.
Are you?
Don't know what the fuck happened.
Guess
I'm
who's back? Back again.
Not Dakota, because he's gay.
No. So,
Kim
what was the last thing that
Kardashian.
I said before my PC decided to shit itself?
No, I ignored it.
There's
It
a lot of
wasn't what
mucus
you
in
said,
the.
what Fox said he was going to take
Yes.
a step be like,
vi-
ew.
viscous gamer
Let's go
goo
back up
is on the ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna like
So,
ew step
Fox
out
agrees
of
with
them.
Did you
Yeah.
say
The hell
Euro
is
step out of there?
Ew step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to Euro step out.
No, I said viscous gamer goo.
It's the same thing. I want a
What
Big Mac.
happens when a gamer girl gets too
So-
close?
Looks like a lag.
Badass.
Fuck, that's funny.
So, yeah, there is
Sorry, you don't know why that
No,
was so
you're-
fucking funny.
there's a fair bit of mucus laying on the ground of the floor of the ship. You see, there seems to be Not like a rail necessarily, because the whole floor seems to be covered in this, but it seems to mound. And it's heading towards the back areas of the ship.
Uh-oh.
Something tells me the ships that were attacked might have been carrying something of theirs.
I am absolutely just going to start following that.
As you round towards the back of the ship, you see laying in this mucus is a Sawagan.
Is it dead?
Give me
It's nuts.
a survival check.
It's on that. Or I can roll it.
Hmm?
You do something.
As you check over the Sawagan, you feel for anything, if there is a breath or something. And then you feel a slight pump pump. Pump pump.
Uh-oh.
Pump pump.
Do you think it's a bird?
It has a pulse.
Hmm.
As you're looking over it, you see it has a bullet hole towards the top of its head.
Can anybody here stabilize this thing?
I can try, maybe.
I will
Not
attempt.
exactly gonna.
Can you also perhaps give me a 3 of spades?
Oh, would that also be another survival check to see if I can stabilize it?
Medicine.
Medicine.
I'll assist.
Derpy, what would be his medicine?
His medicine check would be right here. A +4.
I would say he should do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you should probably do it.
With an 11, wow, everybody's now rolling absolutely shit. With an 11, you're able to kind of close up the wound. It's not pretty. You have the tools necessary, but this is not a life form that you are particularly good with.
I'll be honest. I could have done better. If only this thing didn't have weirdly jointed legs and scales.
Well, you still tried. That is all. That's
As it seems to be just laying there, you see it reaching, and just like about maybe 6 feet away from it is a spear on the ground, and you hear this just low grumble.
What shape is the blade?
Abraham's gonna slowly move the spear towards its hand.
don't arm him.
You are aware that it's probably going to try to attack you.
Fine, I try and be nice, and I can't arm. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna be annoyed, but he's not gonna do it.
God damn.
He is not the smartest man, okay?
What
He may be
shape
a
is
smart
the
man, but he's not.
what shape's the blade?
It is a trident.
Triangular? Like actual?
Trident. 3-pointed stick.
Yeah, no, I know what it is.
Talking about the blade.
He's asking for
They're
blade dimensions.
mostly like coral,
Jacket.
very bone-like design, more conical.
I'm gonna. Somebody hold the spear right here.
Okay, I'll take it and hold it.
I'm gonna try and shake the thing awake real quick.
It seems to be awake. And just
Dang it. Actively reaching for things.
Oh, I was reaching for something. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it was
reaching
the
for the
spear.
spear.
Which I am now holding. It's my spear.
Which is probably for the best.
You speak common?
Doesn't
Bet.
seem to respond.
Listen here, trial bot.
I'm going to try in Infernal and Undercommon as well.
Does not seem to respond to any of these.
Thieves can't.
Celestial?
I don't think the aberrant creature is gonna.
Do you know how to speak aberrant then?
No.
What languages does he know, Dirk?
You know,
Ones that will not.
Dwarven,
Work, I'm
Common,
guessing.
and Primordial. Primordial may actually be your best bet.
Ibram's gonna like just clear his throat, almost like you're preparing for like a almost like you're preparing for like an audition, and he pretty much asks it in the most prim and proper version of Primordial that's ever happened.
All right.
And he's like, so are you why are you stabbed, or why'd you get shot?
So, what you guys hear is this slurry of sounds and gurgles
Slurs.
and yes,
Yeah, it's a dwarf, dude. What the fuck do you expect?
followed by the Sawagan lifting up and Arundor Salat Sildrat.
Gesundheit.
That is what he says.
Reed
hold
will
on.
attempt to write it down, but fail horribly because he just doesn't know the language.
Well, that's nice. However, who is that? Like, what does he want? Who is he? Can you give me the rundown?
You see him reach up with his hand almost clawing at the air in front of him towards Ibram before coughing and becoming still.
God damn it.
Maybe
Went
it
out
was
like a
the man
bitch.
out of the water.
Well,
That's
that's disconcerting.
Just a little bit. Ibram's just
Could I
gonna
use
load his
spare the dying
pistol and then
weapon?
No.
Damn!
Ibram's gonna load his pistol and blow out the other part of his head.
That is not necessarily the best idea, as you are still in town.
Yep.
You could take a
Fine.
blade.
Ibram just kind of
I
like
hand them the trident.
tentatively kick, like tap him with his boot. It's like tap tap, and just okay. So, one, Sealdrak will kill you all. 2, his name was Blake, and 3, he liked fish. One of those is the truth. The other 2 are lies.
Then tell us the truth.
The only one of those had Sildrak in it.
That one. You're really good at that game.
Thank you.
He said the same language that we both speak.
I know.
I'm trying to play a game.
Okay. Sildrak's
Sin fucking seal sander, belt sander, Sildrax
Knows?
will kill you all.
This was the
So-
name. If you would like to
Seal-
write any notes to
Oh, I've been taking some notes as well.
Yeah, same. But the
That
name
is
would be very... There we go. Thank you.
Sildrax will kill you. Or kill you all.
I know, and he didn't even give me his his credentials. You just gave me his name. Like I'm supposed to know who Sildrax is.
You see, his eyes, as he was saying this, as he was still moving, were blank. He was looking at you, but he wasn't looking at you. Not him being dead.
Question.
These were not
When he
his
died, what was the action of the goop?
It seemed to...
I gathered that.
That guy's no longer adhered to his skin. It's starting to kind of ooze away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. So it needs a living host to be a vessel. Interesting. Also, very creepy.
I say we leave for guards decide to check out the field.
Yeah, if we're gonna
Let's
do
see
that,
if
we should
get
probably
rid of
go.
any ties to what's going on.
Give me a Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll throw the spear back down.
Oh shit.
As you all are standing there, Vestel, you feel something pull at your brain. Something's calling at you. Something in the ship. As you're walking, you seem to just go. Your legs are moving before you know what you're doing. And as you reach the rear of the ship, you find a gem. A pure black gem.
I've heard a lot of stories about things not ending well with beautiful gems, and I gotta say,
I guess if
kinda giving me deja vu here.
I don't have any good notebooks to write shit in. They all have shit. But you don't say. I want to do an Arcana check on the gem, please.
Of course.
13, not good.
There is magic in this.
Mhm.
Very, very strong magic.
I want to pocket it so bad.
And Ishiyama, are you watching Vestel move?
Yes.
As she picks up this gem, that seems to be something to do with the note you had read earlier. Just past it, you see another document.
Alright. Is it in Thieves' Cant as well?
It is, and it is a very common Thieves' Cant saying. Bring it home.
Poggers, my doggers.
Neat!
The twisted fish is gay in Thieves' Camp.
Anybody know what this means?
You're the gibberish reader. I don't know what it
You
says.
would know that this means that whoever was moving this picked it up from another individual, and they knew where specifically this was supposed to go to, but they weren't allowed to say it or have it in writing.
But they called it home.
Not entirely sure I like that.
It's in my pocket now, so it is not mine.
I don't know. It sounds pretty normal to me. I don't think we should worry about it.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it there.
I will kick you in the nuts for taking it.
Okay.
And with that, good sir, I'm going to light their ship on fire. No.
I'm going goblin mode.
Is there anything of use on this dead fucking Sogma?
You can do an investigation check, see if you can find anything.
I would like to do that, yes.
Okay. God damn. You rolled a 26.
Sheesh.
I want to know how many colonoscopies he's had, and I want to know if he's due for one.
As you flip over the Sawaga and kind of search through its things, it's almost void of any belongings. It doesn't seem like it tried pocketing anything. It doesn't seem like it tried collecting gold. And which is very weird due to Reed. Sawagan will take gold. They will take trinkets. Most of the weapons and armor are ornate. This guy doesn't have anything. But you do find what seems to be some kind of mark. It's along the back of the skull. Seems like a small incision.
Huh. Does it seem like a surgical incision?
Yeah. It is very delicate.
Interesting. Note that incision in the back of the head has, in fact, possibly contributed to mind and or brain alteration.
Got it.
Plus, it's really good.
Can Vestal check out the stitching or the incision itself?
Yeah.
That would
Go ahead. Give me a medicine check. I'll go to medicine. Somebody knows what they're doing.
I thought I would.
It couldn't possibly be me.
No, I thought I would be able to know some shit too.
You have a +1.
I do have a +1. I don't have many good skills.
Alright. If it's of any value, I imagine we're probably wanting to get a crew. Should
And
we go
maybe,
do that?
maybe we also
Yeah,
have
we
the,
yeah.
body somewhere.
If we're gonna get a crew, they need to be fun. They can't be any of these really, really boring people. Like the people that saw the guy and were like, he's insane. We don't want those guys.
Reed, you go work at the bar. Do you know of any good crews that are up for hire?
Can we hire the barkeep?
Fox.
I
See, I
doubt
didn't
that
realize
we will
people-
hire the barkeep. But we could probably
With
see
that
if-
dead silence, Ibrahim was just gonna be like, I'm used to people ignoring me, but I didn't think it would happen this soon.
Sorry, I'm trying. It's
You're good.
There's he probably knows people for hire, but I doubt boss will step on a boat.
Does he not like water?
If he's a barkeep owner, he has things to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just said he didn't want to set foot on a boat, and I just figured, afraid of
Sit
water,
back
I don't
and
know.
See if we can't get somebody.
Good idea.
Vestel looks at it.
Or we could
over
just
Ilfgar.
surprise hire someone.
Could you clean this up, make it look nice? Maybe not as gross.
Ooh.
You're gonna do the voice.
You were doing it.
Thank you.
They.
And if there's no one here, you can. She kind of motions to take off the hood. No one will care. Maybe just.
Why is Shadow Man grumbling at me? I didn't do anything yet.
Shadow Man.
All right, let's go get crew.
How do we
Back-
judge
the
it's a
way to
good
the
crew?
We run back up as approach the shop. There is a bit of more bustle to the shop, as it's roughly 4 in the evening, and the
No, but how do we actually judge what's a good crew, though? Like,
I don't know. I guess the boss can point someone good
Crew
out.
for hire can keep mouth shut.
as you
is it that
step
easy?
in,
Okay.
you guys. You guys. Oh, my shit.
You can keep Uthgar and the bird down there. They're technically not here.
Yeah.
The bird might be.
I want to put you up here. As the barkeep is going through and setting out glasses of ale and meads to different individuals, he looks over to you. Well, you're all in one piece. That's good to see. If got everything situated, I assume you're probably ready to head out, or you have some ground-breaking information.
Well, yes and no, and we kind of need a boat crew that can keep them off shut.
Well, he kind of looks over your guys' shoulders, and you see a series of less than reputable individuals, rowdy group of different groups. You've got tieflings, orcs, a few goblins, and what are they called? Outzi, or it was a
Is this a legitimate
Flying-
question, or are you just this
flying
is
monkey.
part of narration?
It's
Flying monkey.
partly of both.
So, which one of these are the most
That
Shut
would,
them out.
that would be the best bet.
he points to the monkeys?
How does he? That's it. They're all one crew.
Oh. Well, are they expensive?
Well, they're about as much as you're willing to pay them. In that bag right there, it's worth a good bit of money. Don't show them the whole bag.
Okay.
Pull about
I'll-
5, and I'm pretty sure they'll listen to you.
Okay. I will have the bag in my hand and put it somewhere safe where I can fit it. I don't know where that would be, but
Prison bullets.
and I'll pull out 5. Then I'll walk over and I
As you're pulling out the coins, these aren't gold. They're platinum.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are you sure
No.
he's just a bartender?
You have what's effectively 50 GP.
Oh, I'll put 4 of those on the table.
This man is a
Are you,
drug
man,
dealer.
interested in a little bit of work?
As you set the gold or the platinum down, they all stop and look up towards you. As a rather robust looking orcish man kind of leans up. Good to make your acquaintance. How can we serve?
Is a pleasure. We need a crew for a boat that does not ask questions and does not tell things.
I don't hear questions.
Marvelous. I'm sure my boss, and I'm gonna kind of like side lean a little to like show, I'm working for the literal barkeeper, will surely appreciate you helping me.
What? Where would you like to go?
We need to shadow a vessel and see what it does from a safer distance.
Any particular kind, or?
Nope. Just someone who goes south of the Wolgoroven Peninsula to fish.
Seems simple enough.
Simple
You've
task
got
for simple
yourself a
money.
crew.
Marvelous. It's a pleasure making money, making a deal with.
Making money, yeah.
Making money.
I'll walk back over and give the bag with the 4 missing platinum back to the boss.
All right. Yeah. Gestures towards that crew. All right. Word of the wise. Somebody stay awake.
Okay.
I thought that would be-
Is our Tyrell of this universe fucking Walter White? That's a barkeep.
No.
This
Nah.
is more of a Big Mama is Walter White.
As you all step out,
Oh.
get ready to board the ship. The ship is now spotless by the time all of you reach it, as
Here it is.
a large Ungar is just, or
That
Uthgar
is slightly
just
unsettling.
standing there. That is where we will end tonight's session.
Hella.
Enough questions.
We already are making your job horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
you are.
face when I have a Bellator addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not even here right now. He doesn't know what the past hour was.
I can just stop whenever I want.
heard words.
I can uninstall
I
it.
can stop
I'm
whenever
curious
I
on
want.
what you guys
I
think
definitely
going on.
just didn't get a hand where I scored 200 million chips in one
So-
round, so.
So I love the map. First off, fucking
Yes.
looks so cool. Whoever done that, fucking great.
Wouldn't go that far, but you know.
Second of all, I
Fox,
get
yeah,
sick
good job.
continuously.
I don't get sick that often.
I usually don't, but this year has just been
I have superior German genes. I do
What
not
the
get
fuck?
sick. Oh wait.
from this illness to another. Fucking. And I have a blood plasma donation tomorrow. I don't think I'll make that.
This is what we call get fucked.
But yeah, no, in general, I love it. I am so looking forward to just absolutely fuck someone over once again and go places on the main continent. Though I do like Archway City. I wanna explore the place as well.
I particularly like how fucking. Normally, would we have been so gung ho about getting together and being a group? No. But it was just awkward and interesting enough to where even characters that wouldn't get together and do this are like, okay, I know what these people are weird, but it's curious. I want to know.
Who would have guessed that the autistic dwarf is a good binder?
I'm glad someone else got that he's fucking autistic already.
I
Oh,
love
shit.
how quickly it was just like, whenever you're talking to a